right, let's go racing, boys. Let's go racing, boys, this weekend as they head off to Texas. And time to get inside the fast lane as we talk NASCAR every Friday night with our good friend Jeff Owens, who joins us this evening. Jeff, happy Masters and NASCAR weekend. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You didn't sing.
No.
Bill's going to be disappointed.
He's on pain medication right now. He won't know. We'll tell him we sang. How's that?
That sounds good.
So can we finally
any better on pain medication?
Ooh, that's a good question. Maybe we should pipe in the microphone over to his house and find out. He may. That may
Usually Phil sings, and then I go take pain medication. So now we flip.
That's right. That's right.
So, Jeff, how much longer is it going to be before they rename Martinsville Speedway after Hendrick Motorsports?
Yeah. They've dominated that track over the years. That was not necessarily a great race, but it was a really cool moment to see those guys on their 40th anniversary of Hendrick Motorsports and a big weekend for them with all those employees. I think they had every employee at the place at Martinsville last week, and they wind up sweeping the race 1, 2, 3. Just a phenomenal performance by them, and a pretty neat thing. That's been a great track and a very tragic track for that organization over the years. They won a lot of races there, and of course that's also the track where they had the plane crash, where Rick Hendrick's son and his brother and other people in the company were killed. So, it's been a bittersweet place for them over the years. So it was kind of nice for them and the sport in general, I think, to see them be able to celebrate a victory in that fashion on a milestone day for them.
How good was Kyle Larson, who sat on the pole but didn't win? His teammate ended up winning with William Byron. How dominant was that team overall? Yeah,
they were great. They really were. And Kyle Larson dominated the first half of the race, and then we saw Denny Hamlin get in there, and we thought maybe he was going to do something. And then William Byron comes on strong at the end, which he has had a habit of doing here lately. And that was his second Martinsville race victory in the past couple of years, I think. But boy, that 24 team has really got it going right now. That was their third win of the year. They certainly look like, if anybody could dominate this season, that certainly looks like the team that could do it right now. But yeah, Larson and Byron, Hendrick has got it going on with those two guys. And I think Chase Elliott's coming too. I think he showed during that race that they're gaining on it a little bit, getting a little bit closer. He finishes third. So, great weekend for those guys. But yeah, Hendrick has figured this car out, and they're back on top of their game for sure right now.
Jeff, after a couple of short tracks and then a road course mixed in between, will the teams actually enjoy getting a chance, for lack of a better term, stretch their legs a little bit now that we had the Texas this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. I think, and we've heard them say that this week, they're all looking forward to getting back to regular racing, as they call it, back to a 1.5 mile track where they can get on the gas and they can go fast and let it and air it out a little bit. So I think they're looking forward to that. We've only had 1.5 mile race this year, which is a little bit unusual for the schedule. You've usually had 2 or 3 by now, but we've only had one at Las Vegas. Kyle Larson won that race. But yeah, I think they're very much looking forward to getting back to a high-speed track.
And Jimmy Johnson, he's running this weekend. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe he's back in the car this weekend, so it'll be interesting to see. This was a good track for him, and one where he had a lot of victories over the years. It was always kind of funny seeing Jimmy Johnson in victory lane at Texas wearing that stupid cowboy hat. Did not fit him at all. But yeah, Jimmy's back this weekend, so that would be very cool to see him run a track where he's won.
Hold on, Jeff. Wait a second. Jimmy Johnson's back in the car. Are you sure it's not a Buick LeSabre?
Buick hasn't been in the sport for years, Smitty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he may be pulling out one of Petty's old Pontiacs or something to race. He's old enough.
Jeff, quickly, who should we keep an eye on this weekend? Is it the Toyotas and the Chevys once again, or is Ford actually going to show up for a weekend?
I think it's going to be Chevy and Toyota again. Larson and Byron have won the last couple there, so I think it's those guys again. And keep an eye on Tyler Reddick. I think he and Bubba Wallace might be surprising as well.
Awesome stuff, Jeff. Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.